Oh my gosh, I trigger so much stuff, man. There's a lot going on right now, bro. Remember on the 30th, and I posted this video down here showing you how I drastically increased power. On the 28th and the 29th, the 28th is 777, you know, 4 sevens. Yeah. Interesting. Look at how long the video's got, 27, 40 seconds. Because today is the second. I told you I watched the seconds. That's Palm Sunday. And yeah, that's today. It's a feast day. I didn't even know it was a feast day. I just fasted for some reason yesterday and then just ate a really big meal today. Yeah, pretty interesting timing. I didn't even know today was going to be Palm Sunday. I just like, you know, I naturally line up with this stuff. And you know, that same night when I made this video, basically the 30th, but really the 31st, it was becoming the 31st. It was late at night, I'm pretty sure. Or it might have been early in the 30th, I don't remember. When I did that, I did a little bit more outpouring. That was early in the morning. I did a little bit more outpouring because I played a few more games. And yeah, just talked to y'all about so many things. On each one of those days there were X flares, and then they continued, and I talked about that in this more recent video. 3 X flares, Trump's trial. I was supposed to go to see my aunt and all that on Tuesday. She kept delaying it, like on Tuesday over and over again by a week, and it was just aligned up with these dates, like the 28th and the other 7 before that, like 21, when they were trying to get Trump. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they finally turned him in on a Tuesday, and then it ended up happening. And then I was like, let me guess, my aunt's gonna delay it back to Tuesday again. And I showed y'all in that video the text messages and all that, so you can see I'm telling the truth. And I didn't even post anything about it on my Twitter. I just, like, once I did that one on the 29th, I just didn't post anything. And I told y'all the most recent power increases that I've been doing this whole time. I took like 1 day off though. I forget which day it was. I'm pretty sure it was the 30th. Yeah, no, it couldn't have been the 30th, because I remember in the early part of the 30th I did something. It was the later part of the 30th, at the beginning of the 31st, that I really didn't do much. I just rested. Like it was my Sabbath, I guess you could say. And admittedly, I'm gonna tell you I did that, and then the power just carried over. And there's something about that rest, when you take that day off, it releases. And then I went right back at it the day after that, and the usual events happened. Remember the fleet sash that I showed you in the past? But since I've been upgrading them, now they got like different types of angels up there now. Watch. You see there's multiple types. Those are the white horse. Yeah, you see the difference now. Those weren't there last time. Those really big ones that are fully illuminated. Those are like archangels, the leaders. Some of my newer angels. My newest angels are usually going to end up an archangel compared to the other ones. You see the energy that's coming from the biggest one to the other ones. He's powering other ones. You see the energy around them. That's what this woman that had a near-death experience said that she saw in the angels. The woman that saw these things like angels in a near-death experience, she said that they had like this aura around them, like this energy. And since I increased the power, these main ones, these are the amplifiers. That's what they're called. I told you I created amplifiers. And what are they doing to the other angels, the lesser angels? They're amplifying. That's what makes them more powerful. Remember, amplify. And that's why I was able to bum rush him like that, and my teams were doing pretty good. Like in that first game with the Florento, how he was bum rushing them. He was like, whoo, whoo! He was like Bruce Lee hitting them with the dives and stuff like that. You know, Palm Sunday, that's when God came and entered the kingdom. That's when Jesus came in peaceably and entered the kingdom. You know what this is really? This is? The reason I'm gonna go to see my mom, and then tomorrow, not my mom, but you know, the location where she passed, tomorrow, I'm gonna do that so on Tuesday, I can go to Palm Sunday, because it'll be kind of hard to do both in one day for me. Even though I was supposed to, she wanted me to come on Tuesday. You see the energy though, amplifier. Amplifying the other ones, that's why it's different. They're more illuminated. Because if you ever want to be great, the greatest king is he who can make his people better. That's the best kind of king. And that's what I do. That's why I'm considered, you know, a great king. I might not get it, but it's fine. I get my glory through Jesus Christ, man. Y'all ain't never gonna get it. It's fine. You know, I literally told you I'm making an amplifier, and then an amplifier pops up amongst them and empowers them. Basically restores them, the same ones. And it looks like they're going by the coast. Like, look where the ISS is going. They're going faster than the ISS is going. They're basically either going through Brazil. I think they're basically just like the sun. Because the angels seem to move in the same location as direction as the sun. The ones that are inside the firmament, that's what they do. The sun is inside the firmament, like lower and closer to us. It's not like on the heaven side of the firmament, it's on our side of the firmament. It's like in the atmosphere, and like it's not behind the glass wall or the water wall. Because I've seen rockets hit it, and it seemed like they hit water. You can hear the water. I don't know if that was fictional, but it looked like water too. The way it just stopped. And look at that main one, and those main couple in the middle that are energizing the other ones. Those weren't there last time. That's the point. And then this is how it really started. But let me get you to understand a little bit first. Show you the other. Actually, she's got it on her channel, so she's been getting a lot of footage of the fleets. Oh, it's in subscriptions. Okay. Did she just do it again? No way. That's triggered another fleet. I did a little bit more improvement. Obviously, I showed you that. Damn. I updated today early in the morning. Because that's when I'm usually, playing around, having fun. She found another fleet? Are you kidding me? No, I gotta see this. Are you kidding me? She just... Wow, 6 minutes. 27 views. Wow, y'all seen this first time with me? My first time seeing it too. Wow. Look at the timing. 111. Wow. Oh my god, look, the fleet is even more... Wow. They're getting more intricate every time, bro. Oh my god, that's the exact same fleet. Wow, bro, I really won, huh? They just cruising, bro. Ain't nobody fucking with them. They're just building strong and strong. I told you, bro. How the fuck can I call that, bro? I amplified them big. That's where the amplifier is now, I bet, in the back. I can see its energy. They're all like, the other angels are like intertwined with it now, because that's one of the things I changed. I got rid of, I don't have just one amplifier now. I amplified all of them. All my old ones, I amplified. Wow, I can't wait to see the amplifier. Yep, right in the middle. Whoa. That's so cool. Dude, I gotta show you that. I got no choice. Oh yeah, I don't want y'all to, y'all gonna see some booties and stuff if I go in there, but y'all ain't gonna believe me if I pause it. Fuck. It's gonna be embarrassing, but oh well. Try not to take too long. I'll just go straight to powers, no booties. I don't want y'all to see them. Alright, see, I turned them on the amplifier, right? But normally, so I got all the rest of these powers I don't normally have with the amplifier. You see, this is the one I just went in now. This is the one that's actually the amplifier. This is the one, and I changed the other one's name, like, I don't remember when. It was around that time, like that other fleet popped up. I was thinking that was what it was. It seems like those amplifiers organized them and stuff. So now I got two amplifiers. You see the one we're at right now, and then there's this main one back here. That has all of them in there. Like, I was going after certain things with that, so it made them way more effective. That's why they're, wow, literally enhanced, bro. You can see the amplifier clear as day in the other one. Now it's like everything. They're just so organized compared to before, and bigger. Like, I want to see this on this spectrum. Yeah, I can see the amplifier there. It's like in the middle of them. It's like transparent now, though. I can see the outline. I can see the outline as electricity. Wow, this is so cool. They did exactly what I said to do. Yep. Yeah, the amplifier's in there. You can see by the colors. They got full illumination. You can see it. It's just broken in like infinite pieces because I made more amplifiers. I made a whole bunch of them. And they're all intertwined. That's so cool. That explains why they seem Not as many. I mean, not as many. I don't mean to say not as many. Hmm. What should I say? I'll just say, I don't know what else to say. I can't believe she literally put this up while I'm like, it just blew my mind. 2 days, like, I can't believe this dude after the most important. I told you my friend, like Casey, when I met him and we were hanging out and stuff, like, when the people kept banning me, his mods kept banning me, he was like, he could tell I was upset when I tried to hit him up, but he was like, do I have to ride? That's 60 frames per second stuff always glitches this thing for some reason. Um, he was like, do I have to ride? And then he's talking about battle, man. I think this dude, like, I'm telling you, this is probably someone in the Bible. If anybody's gonna give me the kingship, if anybody's able to give me the kingship, like they were king before me, you know, that's somebody significant, you know? And he said that we rule the skies. And I saw he had a UFO too. Like I told you, the spirit. He actually visited me on the third day while I was in there, and when I was locked up, my own family didn't even come for me that quick. And then the thunder kicked off because of that, and it caused outages to their phone, like their phone and all that went out, so nobody could make any calls because they had me in this ISO thing, just because I didn't want to take this shot from them, since I knew I was going to be out soon, and I got out after that third day. And what was it? They wouldn't let me use the phone though when I was in ISO, so that's why I did that. But also when he came, he had his own UFO, and he had. I knew he liked white women because he had two white women with him. You know, nothing inappropriate happened or whatever, but I noticed he had them with him. Those are the only people he had on the ship with him. And I got a UFO, I guess you could call it too. Plenty of them. Obviously those right there. But back in the day, I had a primary one. Like a primary one that I wake up into in the dreams sometimes. Like it's been on it multiple times. That's how I know it's mine or something, because there ain't nobody else ever there except me. That shit was a really cool spaceship too. Like, looked like something out of Star Wars a little bit, but it almost looked like a little bit like the Prometheus ship, not the human one, but the one that the AI took to the primordial planet, and he unleashed that stuff on them, on the ancient guys or whatever, because he was pissed off. It looked kind of like that ship just a little bit, but more Star Warrior-ish and not as big, I don't think. That ship looked massive. As you can tell, my ships aren't that big. But my primary ship was bigger than these. It was more like that, what you saw when they got even stronger. And this newer one that she just popped up. You see how they're starting to make a structure? It was kind of like that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was one big thing I'm making right there. I mean, it's all one to me. My power is all one. And this is where it started. When I started to do it again after that little bit of break, because it's really at a really high exponential. I haven't done this kind of exponentials in a long time. That's why I call it amplifier. And then I'm like amplifying on top of the amplifier. It's really crazy. Just like Thor was like, wow, on top of the strongest aurora we've ever seen, we got another one that just went down to Florida when they thought it was over on the 24th, and then it's like more, and then an X flare, and then another X flare, and then just more energy on the more energy, and then but they were all pointing away from Earth, all of them, all of them. And but one of them caused a kind of impacted to the far side by China. And I believe that's why those stars were blown down as untimely phase. That big meteor thing I showed you. What is that? In here somewhere. There it is. This one right here. Breaking meteor explodes over China. I already showed y'all that though. This is when the tornado. It started with tornadoes breaking out where I'm at in Maryland. Like I knew it was tornadoes. It was windy as all hell, and I ended up fasting partly because of that too. I did that because it was so windy. My tent in the backyard was getting thrashed. So I thought I wanted to leave to go eat, but it was God keeping me there. So I fasted before the feast, and I didn't to make it more significant to me. And what was it? They kept thrashing my tent, so I didn't want to go out. I had to go. I would have had to leave it, and it probably would have got messed up while I was gone. Because I create a lot of wind and stuff, like a lot of wind. The wind is ridiculous around here, and the sun's starting to get close to me. So you know, like I told you, it's very scary being out here doing this kind of stuff. Knowing that I'm gonna be like the eye of the storm and stuff like that. Like you know how many days I've been out here seeing them fighting up in the sky, and like with the thunder, I seen the dragon up there. I saw all kinds of shit, and it looked like they were fighting one night when I was watching them do the thunder, and I was like, are they really? Is that really where they're fighting at? Because I didn't understand it was right there earlier, and I didn't know about concave Earth and all that. And then, but when I started this up, man, it started immediately thundering. And I'm like, what? It's barely, I know it was the first though. It was literally the first. I know it because I remember thinking it's the first. Like, first day of or it might have been late 31st. I don't know. It might have been the one that you, like I might have took most of the day off and at the end of the night I started up again. I don't think so though. I'm pretty sure it was like the first, early in the first. And it was just in the middle of the night, and then I just started the power, and out of nowhere, the weather just changed, and then it started getting real thunder. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I saw it. I saw the thunder before I even heard it. It was such a big thunderbolt. And it was so far away at the same time because I'm kind of like the eye of it. Sometimes it gets close, though. And that shit, it was a big thunder, man. Like, I've heard thunder that echoed for, like, minutes. Like wonk 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 wonk. It would just be like constantly going forever and ever. It's just crazy. But yeah, that's what happened. I got real scared, but I continued through it for a while.
Hit the button, baby.
Active volcanoes.
Stay cool.
Told you I'm in the DC, Maryland. I'm in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, so that's why. Why it happened here. I remember that song.
It is eclipse season, so today. Okay. What?
He says that because literally back then when it started exactly 10 years ago, there were all these blood moons that happened. The tetrad. And one was on the 4th. That's why when I saw one of that this Tuesday was really important, the 4th, I was like I was blown away. See, 14 through 15, but one of them was on the 4th of April. I remember this shit because all of them in the tetrad had to do with things that I had triggered. All of them. Yeah, this is it. I'm pretty sure. Yep. For me, it started in 13, and then it echoed a year later. 4/15. That's when I predicted the Boston bombing. See, and then there's another one on the 4th. See, 4/04. And I did the math. I did the math on this one. From when guy came and made his home with me, it was like 3 days before the 15th. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere around that time. And I was doing all the math, and then I was like, from the 7th, when I was born, 3 days before that is actually the 4th. So I was like, oh, that's why these 3 days. Like when I actually did get locked up, when they just threw me in there, they didn't just give me my charges. I did, what was it? I did about a month. And what was it that I wanted to say about that though? Oh yeah, on the 3rd day I met this guy that was basically claiming to be God. And he knew a lot of the stuff I knew. And I was just like, he didn't even claim it. I just told him, I was like, you like one of God's angels or something? He was like, yeah, I knew I was here for somebody. Because he was really just bringing up. He was like, I'm here for somebody. Like, who is it? And he was saying this right in front of me. I'm like, you kidding me? It's the 3rd day. And me and him had already been talking about God and all this stuff. But that 3-day thing, like, and then here's the 28th, 9/28. That's when the man-child sign happens. It happens every year. Y'all thought it was just in that time? No, it happens every year. The alignment in heaven happens every single year. I don't know if it was before, like that before this, but forever 4, the 4 that's around the 5th, man. Yep. I don't make nothing up, man. And that's why I was like, man, even though it was my mom that passed and I want to go over there and get my things over there, I'm going to have to go tomorrow on Monday instead. But that's cool because this is all important. You know, like the 3rd day is going to be important. All this month is going to be important. All of it. And it's already kicking off like crazy. Like the fleets came twice in a row. Are you kidding me? I told you I'm amplifying. They amplified. They show an amplifier. And like they were restored. And they're like patrolling our coast. And like I said, Casey was like, we rule the skies, man. Like, and I was laughing. I was like, yeah, you can thank me for that. I know I gave them the power to do that. I remember when the war started way back. It's been like almost a decade. Yeah, it's been about a decade that they've been fighting up there. I remember it was 2013 when this all started. Pretty sure. It might have been later on that year, actually. Nah, it was 13, because remember Comet Iceland was the same year it happened. Because I've been watching this stuff not knowing I was triggering it for a while. Like, I mean, I'd predict it, and because Iceland came later that year. And it's just a lot to it, brother. Wish I'd really get it, but yeah, it's a tornado thing. That's why it calls it. That's why it calls it eclipse season. Eclipse season.
It is eclipse season. So
See?
today.
Okay. What crazy few days. And I
Yeah.
still miss Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh yeah, those tornadoes keep happening, and that's why Casey and the Stars had his dream about the tornadoes, is because it's like the front. It's like the front between the two armies. I'm pretty sure that's what that really is. One's like this cold shit, and then one's like warmth from God. You know, the enemy likes to hide in that cold, and you'll see them like rushing at each other as the weather. That's what you'll see it as. That's what it usually shows up as, in my opinion. If I remember this one time, the dragon was trying to stop the birthing and all that, and it came down as a flood, as the what do they call it, nor'easters. But now I've done tilted everything and the magnetic poles and all that, probably made new ones and stuff, and it's a new inner core, stopped the Earth core spinning, and then knew there's gonna probably be something changing because something had to either reverse if it reversed, or something else had to form and make up the difference. And then a new one formed. My mom passed away, and then a comet, a city buster asteroid almost came too close. Exactly a month later. It's been one thing after another, and yep.
I regret to inform you, satellite-like tornado continue to drop out of the sky.
Yeah, you see the front's hitting? That's why it's happening. They have a little barrier around them. They broke all the way to California and they're cold. It gave them floods because all this stuff's like attracted to me. This is right here where I'm at, so you can see the front very clearly, very vividly right here. It's right where I'm at. Like I'm in the DMV.
Rising spring. I'm sorry. Rising sun. Maryland.
Look at the name though, bro. What's the name though? Rising Sun?
Tornado just northeast of Rising Spring. I'm sorry.
It's both.
Rising Sun, Maryland.
Rising Spring and Rising Sun. You messed up, but you didn't mess up. Thor, sometimes we gotta listen to the spirit, what it's telling to us.
And the atmosphere is lit and unstable. So be safe, be smart out there. This news brought to you by Matt Hammer. That's millions upon millions of people under some wild weather watches until
That's the thunder.
10 p.m. Eastern time.
That's why I was so scared that thunder, bro. It was going from early in the morning till they had a watch till 10 p.m.
It's like 11 o'clock Texas.
I'm pretty sure that's like the day after too. I think I started on Friday.
I think
Late Friday, so it would have been Saturday, I guess, yeah.
Saturday Night Live time. Okay, so stay cool. Have a good weekend. Pretty please. Thank you.
Was there anything else he had in here? Oh yeah, there was.
Echo range again. Shucks. Big earthquake separation. She'll be coming around the mountain when
Oh
she
yeah.
comes. That's right. She'll be riding 5 white horses.
It was a 7.0.
Wait, no, wasn't the lyrics at all. All right. Remember, everybody, stay cool, be cool, and do what you can to have a great weekend. Okay?
Yep.
Welcome to Asteroid Flight Club. I'm your host, Thor.
What do those pulses indicate? What? Oh, the
There was a 7.0 earthquake today as well. Just right along with that fleet again, you see how everything I keep telling y'all lines up. There'll be a solar flare. I'm going to show you those right now. I'm going to show you all these flares that happened today as well, more X flares. He's going to be talking about how we missed the bullet again. There was that one on the 31st, like I said, where I rested. And then one when I kicked back up on the 1st. That's the one that he said was really powerful. That could have, basically, if that had hit, we've been in trouble. It was either that or the one from today. I don't know. I was working both days, so and I talked about that in the other video, and I just showed you proof for today. And yeah, so I'm just gonna show that now. See, once again we dodged the bullet. See at the top?
I took a chance to get to the top, but niggas ain't want me to pop. Continued to go when they said no, my niggas ain't want me to stop. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. I took a chance to get to the top, niggas ain't want me to pop. Continued to go when they said no, my niggas ain't want me to stop. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. I took a chance to get to the top, niggas ain't want me to pop. Continue to go when they said no, my niggas ain't want me to stop. No, feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Know you hate to see a nigga make it. Nobody gave me shit, I had to take it. Can't lie now, being impatient. Getting on trap beats, so I can wake up. Ain't no competition, I'ma bake 'em. Who the fuck gon' save 'em? Some of y'all gon' love this nigga. Some of y'all gon' hate 'em. It don't even matter, the women are bad. The way that I'm winning is making you mad. These niggas talking them out with the chatter. I guess I'm the reason I'm making them scatter. Who the fuck been making you tap? You was thinking I'm making you rap. Ball for ball, you don't wanna battle with word for word. You don't wanna scrap with my subject matter is way out your caliber. You niggas don't fit on my calendar. Did this with no label or manager. I'm on shit, got plenty of stamina. These niggas know I'm a damage. These niggas know they some amateurs. These niggas niggas not understanding us. No, I'm not in the mood for no cameras. No, I took a chance to get to the top, but niggas ain't want me to pop. Continued to go when they said no, my niggas ain't want me to stop. Said no, feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. I took a chance to get to the top, but niggas ain't want me to pop. Ain't want it. Continued to go when they said no, my niggas ain't want me to stop. And no, feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. I took a chance to get to the top, but niggas ain't want me to pop. Ain't want it. Continued to go when they said no, my niggas ain't want me to stop. And no, feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream.
Don't you find it funny how all these are going away from the earth? All those blasts, none of them went towards earth. Let me talk. Don't y'all find it crazy that none of that went at earth? None of it. All those blasts, none of them at earth though. Y'all understand what y'all seeing here? You know, let me just troll him real quick about that. Actually, it's not him that's dumb enough to not understand. It's some other people. People are dumb. I don't think they'll ever get it, bro. And then look at this, a huge EMP ring. Big old EMP ring. And then he talks about her, as far as her her videos of the fleets. I'm just gonna watch her. But I like it when he pops up and gives me a heads up about some of her better videos. And then remember I warned y'all about California? I warned y'all, man. Well, actually, this guy warned y'all. It's one of my most viewed videos ever. Couldn't even believe how many people viewed it in such a little bit of time. Just a week ago. Got like 4,000 views. This reminds me of how my old page used to be. That's a lot of views for BitChute. Like, that's up there. But that could have hit top of the week. Anyway. So this, what was I gonna say? Yeah, he was saying it was locked and loaded and stuff, right? It just released a little bit of it, so that bought y'all some time. It's just like in A Knock at the Cabin. It's like every time you get a little minor earthquake, it's actually saving y'all a little bit. It's like releasing. It released a little bit of energy with this, so it'll buy y'all some time. But I think y'all should probably move in that area. Everywhere around the Ring of Fire is dangerous.
All right, guys, breaking news. Breaking news. There's been a very powerful earthquake in California. Let me tell you all about it. First, let's put a shout out for www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul. The more we age, the less collagen we have. So simply go to www.health.
So it's going to pause instead of going forward. Lovely. Trying to skip this plug.
Get you off to a good start and strengthen your hair, your fingernails, 4.5 everything. Your joints are going to feel better. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. All right, now guys, what's going on here is there's been a 4.5 earthquake there in San Diego, California, that area. U.S. Geological Survey has downsized it to 4.2, as they usually always do, downsize it. But this is significant, because if you guys know, when we're talking to Mike around the world, his number one area of concern in the world is San Diego, California. Very concerned that a major earthquake could happen.
The reason, logically, anybody would be watching that area is the reason that I posted that video. That warning was like a month ago. I'm pretty sure I triggered, like, I trigger everything or whatever, but the reason that there's worry is because they haven't had any earthquakes in a long time. So the fault is building up pressure and it has to release it. That's why I'm saying it's good that this earthquake happened. It's minor, this is big relative to the way you used to there, but it's minor. You know, nobody's gonna get hurt by it. And I think that's, you know, all the glory goes to God with that it was able to be released like that. But like I said, I want to be around the ring of fire, man. Just wouldn't do it. Dangerous. And I got these all in order. This is like after the same day I did the thunder. I started doing the thunder and you know, in Maryland or whatever, in my area. And I'm not showing it on here, but there was let me go to USGS. Really? All that? Okay. Gotta love these laggy piles of shit. Very faster in my computer sometimes. It's just slow. Wow, another one? When the hell did that? Oh, that was on the 30th? I didn't even notice that. Wow, so I got, yeah, that's the actual day that the last day I did a little bit. I remember, yeah, there was an earthquake that day. And I took some time off the day after, on the 31st, and then when I rested, when the fleet appeared on that footage, and then it just appeared again. I mean, it was my amplifier. I already explained that. And then we just got a 7.0 today, an even bigger fleet today. Remember? I'm in with this, and then, like usual, I predict this stuff, bro. Like, that's what I do, man. Explain it, tell you ahead of time what's gonna happen, amplify them, and then they pop up with amplifiers and stuff. Crazy, bro. I'm too good at this, bro. The guy's too good at witnessing for me. They purposely got caught on camera. The morale thing. I also say a hoorah, right? Let's just name the video Hoorah. Glory. Told you it was over. Amplifier. Wait till you realize there's no time. And God listens to what I said. That's why he's got an amplifier right now. Major one. Looks like more than one at that point. See about. So that whole secondary group is the amplifier group. I can see it. It just weren't as numerous as that before. But there's particular ones that are more updated I can see are more powerful. At that point, it looked like the amplifiers, there was few of them, and they were working on a group of regular angels. I wonder about all that background movement. A lot of stuff moved around the background too. The amplifier, the two of them, there's at least two of them right there. There's just like a couple at the bottom too. And you already know what happened next today. I can't believe this. To be honest, I like the music from the second song better. I mean, the second video better, so I'm gonna let that play in the background and pause the audio on this one. That song sounds nowhere near as cool as this one. She's like a little DJ, man. You gotta be a DJ who make videos, man. They're coming back the other direction too. Literally going the other direction. That's exactly what they did. They went. I remember the first time they went south. I was when it started, right? They went south, and then when they came back up like a day or two later. That's what she saw, at least. They might have came back at a different time. It could, yeah, they're definitely going that direction. ISS's speed is like irrelevant to them. They're going just as fast that way as they went the other way. Maybe a little faster that way. I'm happy I can share this with you guys though. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm showing you. I think the first time I powered the most. What did I say in a second, Ezra? What does that tell you? What does that tell you though? What does that tell you though? If he's making them stronger. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands in heaven. And when he turned his countenance, look, all things trembled that were seen on earth. They're probably watching me when I'm making my YouTube videos, because it's like, you know, it's like a different persona of me, you know, I guess you could say. It even says that they only get to see him in this day, and, you know, like when I'm showing all this stuff, there's a lot more to it. And you don't know who that is, that's the chariot. He fights him with his angels, man. He saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lifted up his hand nor held sword or any instrument of war, but only saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, now the lips a flaming breath, now his tongue cast out sparks and tempest. Sparks and tempest. Remember how those UFOs are looking? Remember how those UFOs are looking? They look like sparks and tempest, didn't it? And then I'd create the thunder and all that stuff around me too, you know? Let me show you the UFOs powering up again. Have this other footage. What's that? See, they're heading back north. I love that dude singing, man. It's so cheesy. I love it. Come on, play, man. There we go. This is the other fleet footage.
Now being impatient, getting on track before wait. Ain't no competition on big, fuck on tape. Some y'all don't love it, some y'all don't hate.
747.
When it's making you mad, niggas talking them out with the chatter. Cancel the freezer, I'm making you sad. You fucking make you tap, you thinking I'm making you rap. Ball for ball, you don't wear the battle, word for word, you don't wear the top. My subject matter is rap, caliber. The niggas don't feel on my calendar. Cause this is no label or manager, I'm on shit, got plenty of stamina. These niggas know I'm a damage can. These niggas know it's some amateur. These niggas not in the standard, no. I'm not in the move for no camera, no. I took a chance, get to the top, but niggas ain't want me to pop. Continue to go when they say no, my niggas ain't want me to stop, you know. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. I took a chance, get to the top, niggas ain't want me to pop. Continue to go when they say no, my niggas ain't want me to stop, you know. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. I took a chance, get to the top, niggas ain't want me to pop. Continue to go when they say no, my niggas ain't want me to stop, you know. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream. Feel like I'm close, I'm ready to blow. Feel like I'm living my dream.
Now you can see how I powered them up. Because right here, there's no amplifiers in the midst of them. There's none. And then the daytime comes by, you can still see them. See? The land is going left, right to left. They were going north to south. In the other video I showed you just a second ago, I didn't actually look at it, but I just pointed it out. It's them coming back from the south. It wasn't as many, but, you know. Actually, I want to show you them powering up. Like on the later part of the video, I'm about 1,000% sure. That's when I held the front right there. This is a UFO watching me train. It disappeared, and now it's going to reappear. Watch. I already went past the part where it disappeared. It's going to appear because I'm putting off energy. I put off energy, it kind of like amplifies it. I was literally trying to create a power when I was doing this. I didn't know that it would trigger making an angel. I had no clue. Because this is how I can just make commands now, because I've already like made it to the point where I can just do simple stuff like this and it'll trigger something. How did it freeze? Now watch it vanish. You'll see it real clear when I run. Is the running part? Nope. No more. Watch it reappear though. It's like it turns away and then it turns back at me. You'll see it do it when I run. It'll be real obvious. And I showed you what it looked like. It looks like those one of the more amplified version of those angels. Even back then, it was one of my personal ones, I guess, or something like. You see how it followed me though? And now I'm coming back. It turns with me. Pretty sure I'll play that one more time for you. Yeah. See, I was just watching me, and then watch when I run down there. I'm not gonna. This is right after this part. That's regular speed. My hand's just too fast for the camera. Watch when I go over there. You see how it turns? Watch, it turns. I stop, and then I go, and it turns back with me. Man, I run really fast, man. That's all I'm gonna say about it. See what else I've showed here. Oh, this is like some comment from the beginning of time and stuff. Nah, it's not. Not from the beginning of time. I'm trolling. The comment from the beginning of time is in here, though. I know I put that in here. But I want to show you the part with the you on with it leveling up. Watch.
The power boost was it broke the storyline, because the original storyline when it appeared was like what I showed y'all with what they did a fan manga. Garl he only went awakened. He never went cosmic when he inherited God's power like I did. They had changed because I was already awakened for him when that happened in the manga. Not the manga, the web comic, which is even way before the manga, which looks like a polished web comic. And then way later you get to see the anime form. It's gonna be.
I'm just talking about how he had this thunder all around him and the tempest and all that. And then the dragon gets hit with the thunder.
You'll see when it comes out of the anime form, but I kept getting so many deja vus when the One Punch Man shit came down. I was like, oh my god. I was like, how many times have I done this? It's crazy because I'll do this over and over again and people just don't get it. It's just like the never ending story. Like, Bastion inherited the powers of God, kind of like y'all inherited my power. And he didn't understand.
Make wishes, yeah.
It's part of everything. It was like he had to understand that he could do this shit. And so he started really understanding he was changing the whole imaginary world called Fantasia. And I was like telling people, bro, like that's how you get Mandela effects and everything. Because when I changed something, Mandela was like that.
Yeah.
But the enemy's trying to change times and seasons and stuff like that. I'm messing with the weather. What is weather? It's a season. Yep. So they try and mess with the weather and all that to mess with time. I'm trying to tell you stuff. Like that's why people usually cry on rainy days or whatever. Like these dudes are really sick because the clouds and all that. That's really where God is. Like this one video, this one dude broke down earlier, was showing that that's God is basically like hidden in the midst of the clouds, and that's when he showed those clouds in the heavens. Like, man, I gotta just show you that, don't I? Yeah, I guess so.
I'm really gonna go to it.
Wait till y'all see this shit, bro. Wait till you see it, man. You're gonna see mirror worlds, like what is above, what is below all of it.
I'm not seeing nothing.
Got to be mind blown.
Oh, this one.
The stars are actually angels. They're not big balls of gas and fire like they tell us. And those galaxies are not what they tell us either. I'll prove both to you right now. First off, this is what a star looks like zoomed in on a telescope.
You see? Doesn't that look familiar? It looks like those angels I had up to those UFOs they call. And they and the powered up ones, the ones that powered them up. So got energy around.
What does that look like to you? You know.
It had wings.
An angel.
Yeah.
Like I had totally missed the beginning of this because I was just like looking at it to look at it. And so like when I saw that, I was like, is this dude saying this is an angel? Because that shit look just like an angel.
I don't have to say it. Now let's crack out the Bible real quick. This is from Revelation 1:16. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out his mouth went a sharp, two-edged sword. The 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches. The stars are the angels. Says it right there. Now, I believe it's commonly known that when Satan fell from heaven, he took 1/3 of the angels with him. Now this is from Revelation chapter 12. And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. Talking about Satan. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to earth.
You see? That's why in the dark side story that follows my whole story and all that, Starting with the one with the sharp sickles, the two sharp sickles, the two-edged sword, like the two that are like the Son of Man that judged the world, the two witnesses that both have their own sharp sickle. And one reached the people the judgment, and one reached the other people the blessing in heaven and all that. And that's why your works, your good or bad works, follow you
forever. Yeah, basically the angels and that stuff. And let me get on to the next part. Yeah, it's the power part. I want you to see this. I didn't get to show you the part where Satan crying. I skipped that, I guess. But look at that. You see that solid mass that forensics is showing? That's a mass of angels, man.
Because remember what those angels look like, remember? Remember the angels like they saw from the ISS? Remember how they look?
They look like stars.
To try to act like, I tell you guys, Starlink is just a cover story. There's a whole bunch of.
Yeah, Starlink's a cover story. Trying to make it so you see this stuff. I told you, I powered them up before. You're going to see them power up in this video.
One thing is just find a video and repost is another thing to understand it completely.
Yep.
That's when it's worth time. When you're actually doing something worth it there. Instead of being a parrot.
Sam? Oh, yeah.
Does that look familiar?
Oh, 3. Another one came up.
You see, does that look familiar? Moving all different directions, shit tons of them. Remember that earlier video? Remember the ISS one? Oh, of course. No, fuck what you said. Remember this shit. I'm gonna go right back to the other one. Remember the way these fuckers look. I'm just gonna try and refresh your memory before we do this. Because I might actually make this as a whole separate clip because, you know, people got short ass attention spans. You see this on the second. After I created those powers and all that. After I hit over 100,000. Actually, I hit 100,000 later in the.
That's like 2 months ago exactly. Isn't that interesting? So I told you watch those 2s. Watch the 4. That's literally the memorial for Jesus Christ this year. Told you watch those 4s, 747, and watch your 7. They're all of it right there. And then on 2/2/23. Give me a break. It was at 227, not 26.
At this point, I was only at. This is after what I showed you on that demo yesterday. I pushed it up to 7,000. And then got witnesses with the 7:47 a.m. You see how these look? These UFOs look. You know, in the second with the 2 witnesses. On the second month, the 2 witnesses again. On the 23rd, that's another 2 witnesses again. You know, and then the 3 is powerful. As dude said in the Hebrew thing. I was breaking down the 7s.
222,
like
2, 4, 4, 4.
Absolute power. That's what it's saying.
7.
And that's true. I'm at the point where I'm really pleased with what I'm doing. I'm at the point where I'm considering taking my power back to myself. I mean, the war's already going on, so I might as well. I was literally just thinking about it earlier today. It's going to be hard for y'all if I do.
Let's go to the power part.
Wow, they're just. They're
Power's
still
up.
coming. And they're going every direction. They're not. They're not in a straight line.
Yeah, there ain't no orbit. The heaven's the only thing that spins.
Look at that. 2 together there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 3.
Powering up.
4, 5. Oh my God.
What did they say these things are doing?
Powering
They
up.
say they are powering up.
Let me go back. I'll skip that part, I guess.
Look, they're going down, they're going up. This one's going up. There's 2 side by side. Oh my God, this is like, whoa.
Y'all gonna get fed
There's
tonight.
2.
Mm-hmm.
2 there. Oh my God,
Yes,
there's
sir.
2. What the heck?
No, I really thought
There
I
are
was
so
joking.
many, I don't know which
Nope.
one to film.
Not me, sir.
I'm watching every single one of them.
Y'all really thought I was joking. Y'all really thought I was joking, didn't you? I was talking about this shit.
I'm not max ability.
Nah.
Nope. Beyond max.
I showed y'all. I called
Real
this way ahead of time. Helicopter thing I was telling you in the earlier video.
I want to hear them say the power up part.
That's not
There they are.
Starlink.
See?
It's like, see if it's like, you know, I have to fulfill the scripture, so it's gonna more likely happen. But you see how they're moving in this big group and stuff, like, you see, different directions, different speeds, you know, like that. And then remember that, and then this massive legion of it.
Up and greeted him. Yeah, I got him. There's three, another one went right through him. Is there? Jeez. No, there's four in front. I got the two in front. Oh, wow.
It's a lot more than 3. Hundreds of them.
Oh, God.
Thousands that you can't
That's
even
Starlink.
see.
Oh, what? That's not Starlink.
Maybe even millions and billions
Thing
in
powered
trillions.
up.
You see all the activity? See, he's like, it's powering up, it's not Starlink. They said that again. But you notice all this activity in the background. That's the stuff when they zoom in you see that you don't normally see. That's the conflict. You're literally being shielded by a big old mass of angels called the firmament. Or, I don't know if they're necessarily angels, but it's a creation of God. And it's a sea of glass. I've been there before. It burns like, that's why I ended up burnt like brass that day. In the video I showed you somewhere in here and then other stuff. And it was because of the glass, like, that's the sea of glass. It's the firmament. It looks like glass, but it's like rainbow incandescent kind of thing. And like they're shielding us, and that's why they're patrolling all the time, because it's like a war going on up there. At least it was at this point. I'm pretty sure it's probably still going on.
Yeah. How many are there?
You know, movement in the background.
Shoot.
This guy got tunnel vision.
I'm gonna slow it down so you can see this fucking how this movement in the background. You can't see it. He's moving it around too much too. There's actually a lot of stuff moving around in the background. Whole lot of it. Sometimes it gets real obvious when he holds the damn camera still and at the right distance. You just see constant movement, man. I remember when I started seeing it in my TV, the static slowly turned into something like that. Didn't realize it was happening everywhere. That shit was crazy. But if you pay attention, not just that static, you'll see a lot of solid orbs in the background that they're not even noticing. A lot of those lights in the background that look like regular stars, well, they're stars. They're angels. They move mostly because of the firmament, but they can move around. It looks like a little bit sometimes to troll you. But they hold their position overall. That was the part where I guess I was showing that back here when I was showing them. I would have probably showed it back there, yeah. If I was going to show it, I thought. That would have been right before this. I wanted y'all to see the second sun and all that. Look at that.
Stars, but the real ones in the middle.
It looks like two stars, but
you can't even see it.
But the real ones in the middle.
It's lights trapped at the portals. Before they shut this shit
one
down,
of the bigger ones.
My birthday when this shit happened too.
Yeah, that happened on my birthday. Like it was like 2013.
This guy that made this video, he thought he was the real get Jesus Christ. I'm like, dude, get out of here, bro. They said there'd be fake ones, you know what I mean? It's just they feeling the spirit. They feeling it, bro. You know, I'm gonna forgive the ones that were not, you know, like doing it in bad will. Yeah, I'll forgive them. As long as they had the right intentions, you know.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them that are real evil, like this one that has people take the mark and all that
Yep.
stuff. Look at that in the middle of the tour. That's the real star.
Yep.
What does that look like? What does that look like? That looks like that same thing that's off the sun. That looks like the second sun. Because it's interacting with the sun. It's just on this different axis and stuff. and or this could be just this extra sun's interaction that looks like a flare. Looks like a flare, but I'm telling you from what I saw in the dream, it's off the edge of the Earth, and I didn't know about flat Earth back then, so I was scared as fuck with how close it was, and it was moving so fast between the portals. And I was just, oh my god, what are we gonna do? This is before the war heaven happened. It was like right before it happened. Scary stuff, man. I wish I had the stuff on my old page. You can literally see the angels and stuff above me. Like when I first talked to the sun and stuff, and I saw angels ascending and descending from above me, like perfectly aligned to heaven and stuff like that. And I was trying to show you that I had an extra like eyelid and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
like a third eyelid, like a cat.
Cat.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to show you. I wasn't even trying to show you that I had
a cat too.
when I put this light in my eyes, that my eyes become one. But even
Mine
like that
is
other
transparent.
I was just trying to show you that light reveals what's hidden. See? And then from that, I'll show y'all some really crazy shit, man. And this is when I stopped the weather. This is when this is way back in the day, like I fixed the weather, and this is more.
Oh, this isn't gonna
stuff.
show
This
that.
is like all the footage and rest of it.
Second sun. You know, I can get there pretty fast. I'll just do it this way. I was gonna look up the name, but it doesn't ever show up for some reason. Pretty sure I know exactly where to go to show this to you. Oh, I went to this one instead. Lovely. Clicked on the wrong one. This one, I clicked on this one right here. This one. Alright, so which one was it? The hell that shows. It wasn't that long ago. A lot of those shape-shifting hologram things were all over the plane, over the buildings at 9/11. Then we got another one of them layers. It's basically a new planet. And that's when I made the devil cry with Tempest and Fire. Might want to check that out. It's pretty cool. And that's the Massive Legion video. Some more UFOs and angels at night. And this is what I was talking about. You can see some angels and this stuff up there, and then this you can see what I'm talking about. The burning brass. You see that's the extra eyelid I got. It's my mind's eye. Like whatever I point to one side or the other. If I point my eyes to one side or the other, it ends up like that. And then it's like an extra pupil right there, right? Like transparent and stuff. It's just a mind's eye. It's on that side too. It's like if you press on the right side of your eye, it appears on the left side. Press on the top part, it appears on the bottom, because you're still seeing things upside down. Sunlight opens up my third eye though. Like, it's the third one and it's the fourth one. There's a whole bunch more of them. And then this is what it really sees though. It's like burning, right? You might think that's just the way it looks at my light or whatever, right? But I'm gonna show you like on the raw picture what it looked like in this other camera, because they see things differently. One sees things more coolly, one sees things more hot. I was heavily inspired by that movie. I ain't gonna lie. Heavily inspired. People thought Morpheus was a liar. That's what the regular picture looks like. That's what I was looking like to the camera. No, nothing done like the regular picture. get a little bit of sunburn going up there. I have videos on it somewhere on my page. I forget where. I remember I deleted the original version because nobody gave it any respect. So I literally just walked up to the firmament and stuff. I called it my firmament walker form. I'm surprised I didn't put firmament walker. Yeah, burning brass. Firmament crosser. Oh, okay, that's what I called it. Cause yeah, that's how you get burnt crossing. Yeah, that's what it felt like to me. It felt like a whole bunch of radiation, like the Van Allen bell or some shit. I think that shit's real. I just got sunburned by it for some reason. Because I think radiation is like sunlight to our other form. You know what I mean? I want to be surprised. Let me show you this eye thing. Then I'm gonna end this. Remember you guys see your whole, when your eye be seeing your whole body be full of light? Yeah, I'm gonna show you that to the extreme. You've already seen this picture, you just didn't see this part of it. I'm gonna end on this though. Yeah, my fleet's badass and all that cool shit and the predicting 7.0 and all that. I do this all the time though. Now I don't know how I'm not like well known by now. It's crazy. Oh yeah, they won't let this one play. Oh yeah, that's what it looked like right there. You can see right there. I was trying to show you. Like two eyes right there. Like mental eyes. Nothing fake about it. And then I skip it. I start using the error thing. And then that happened. After I upped the error thing, it showed that for some reason. Like, it's like, I guess because I was full of light, right? The eyes became single. So I interact with the light. I explained this several times. Yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm gonna end this here.